YTBC, what's the deal? So, here we go again. Same old shit, dog, just a different day. Reminds me of the old DMX song, man. Once again, racists pop back up again. And, before I get into what the topic, in no shape, way, or form am I trying to sit here and act like naive Steve, like I don't know racism's going on. I know it, you know what I'm saying? But it comes up so much. It kind of makes watching, I'm not going to say watching the sport, but coming on the YTBC and talking about it, it makes it kind of corny sometimes. And I say corny because I just want to see two fighters get in there, regardless of the color, and the best man wins, regardless of the style, whether one guy's a boxer puncher, or whether you call him a mover or a runner, or if the guy's an action-packed head first fighter, or if it doesn't matter. Just two guys get in there, the best man wins, but that's a perfect world. We all know it's not like that, especially here on the YTBC. Everything's about race, man. I listen to a lot of different uploaders on here. I read a lot of comments on here, and this Deontay Wilder, Alexander Povetkin thing, it looks like it's going down Race Road. You know what I'm saying? Race Road, right off of Bigot Boulevard. You know what I mean? I'm hearing people say, now it's turned into, who is Alexander Povetkin? Why is he worthy of a shot? There's fans saying that. And this is just, me responding to those fans. And I know somebody's going to probably leave a comment or say, oh, this motherfucker's an Uncle Tom. He's sticking up for the white man. I get it. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want to say, man. But my thing is this. I believe Alexander Povetkin deserves a shot, not because he's media hyped, not because he's a white boy, not because I need some fighter to knock off the, dominant Deontay Wilder. It's none of that. The reason why I think he should fight him, he's the #1 contender of the WBC. He's been #1 contender for a while. He beat a viable threat. He just knocked out Perez. Perez was a perennial top 10 type of heavyweight. He knocked him off. He beat Carlos Takam, and he beat Manuel Charr when Charr had one loss, and then before that he lost to Klitschko. I think he deserves a title shot, man. That's why, and he's fighting Mariusz Watch. Now, people just got on Deontay Wilder for fighting Duhaupas. And if you look at the BoxRec ranking, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna, that's why I didn't shit on Duhaupas like that, because now Povetkin is about to fight somebody. If you look at the BoxRec ranking, they have, let's see here, they have Duhaupas number 40, and they have Mariusz Watch number 38. So Deontay Wilder and Povetkin in their stay busy fights are fighting guys that are on the same level according to the BoxRec rankings. And I like BoxRec because they go by a point system. It's not opinion based. It's not about your color. They go by a point system. You may not like it. You may not agree with it. And that's cool. That's fine. But there's a criteria that I like that they use. Okay. So instead of us just logically looking at it like, damn, Povetkin is, his #1 contender, they should fight, I'm seeing fans turn this into, well, he's the silver WBC champion. Why does he need to, it's like, okay, then I'm hearing people say, that Povetkin is, media hyped. It's like, are we about to do this shit again, man? Really? We're really about to do this again? How is he media hyped if he's the #1 contender? Then I'm seeing people, drag Deontay Wilder versus Triple G, not as they're going to fight in the ring, but just people are comparing their resumes. And if you say, man, I think Wilder should fight Povetkin, I'll see a comment right under that, well, who the fuck has Triple G fought? And it's like, he's a middleweight. Like, how are we getting to Triple G? You feel me? And then I'll see people acting like, Deontay Wilder is scared of Povetkin. It's like, I don't think he's scared of him. It's like, but the common denominator of all of this is it comes back to race. People are saying, why should he waste his time, as if like Povetkin is under, beneath Deontay Wilder or something, or like, why should Deontay Wilder waste his time? Deontay Wilder fought Eric Molina. He was rated number 7 by the WBC when they fought. I don't know how the fuck he had a number 7 rating, but he was. When he got beat, he dropped out of the top 15 of the WBC. He fought Duhaupas, who's number 11 in the WBC. He just lost. I'm assuming he's going to be knocked out of the top 15. If Molina was at number 7, then I'm sure Duhaupas is going to fall out the top 15. You know, so if you look at the rankings, the number 1 contender is Alexander Povetkin. Number 2, Anthony Joshua. Number 3, Sar Glaskov. Number 4, Bemain Stavern. Number 5, Bryant Jennings. I would like to see him fight somebody in that top 5. And if you are on the, you know, you don't want to see him fight Povetkin because Povetkin is media hyped, okay, that's fine too. But like I said, I heard people comparing this to, you know, Pacquiao, Mayweather. It's like, well, first of all, hold the fuck on. How are we putting Deontay Wilder in Floyd Mayweather's shoes as far as like he has the positioning and the power and he's been, you know, proving himself for damn near 2 decades like a Floyd Mayweather. Like, we need to slow our roll here, man, and let Deontay Wilder find himself first. Like, yes, he has won the WBC strap. He's had 2 successful defenses, but now I would like to see something, a top 5 fighter from the WBC rankings. But maybe I'm asking too much because whenever, as an uploader, whenever I ask, you know, whenever I want undisputed or, you know what I mean, unification, or some of y'all, man, y'all act as if like, who the fuck wants undisputed? The belts don't mean anything. And then it's like, yes, if, as an uploader, I have said belts don't mean anything, but it's just different circumstances and scenarios. Kind of like when Berto's a good, tough action fighter. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but when he won his WBC strap, he beat Miguel Rodriguez. I've already went down this before. Now, when the belt was sitting there and it was for first, it was like, who the fuck is Miguel Rodriguez for one? Then I, you know, did my research on him. It's like, okay, he's not really much, you know what I mean? So when Berto beat him, it's Berto's job to make the belt. You know what I mean? Take that WBC, fight everybody, whoop their ass, you know what I mean? You make the belt. The fighter makes the belt. So yes, I have said that titles don't mean anything, but once you get it, make it mean something. You try to unify and become undisputed. Then they mean something because of the person that's wearing it around their waist. When, you know, people like to crack on Mike Tyson's resume, or he beat Bone Crusher Smith and Berbick and Tucker. It's like, yeah, but look at the fashion he did it in. He just went and collected all the straps. He made undisputed relevant when he got all the belts. So therefore, to me as a fan, it wasn't even about Tucker and who he beat. The fact was he's undisputed now. He's the champ. So when they asked, hey, who's the heavyweight champion? It wasn't, well, Tucker's no, he's the undisputed champion. Then to put the cherry on top, he went and fought Spinks, who was looked at as the champion because he had beat Larry Holmes for the IBF. Then he got stripped. He didn't want to participate in that HBO tournament. So people are looking at him as still, you know, quote unquote, the real champion. And then Tyson beat him too. So go undisputed and then beat the guy who got stripped of his title, beat him because he had beat Larry Holmes twice. That's some player shit, right? That's gangster right there to me. As a fan, to me, that's gangster right there, man. That's when the belts mean something. When the fighter makes them mean something. You feel me? So I just guess, you know, people don't think Povetkin deserves this shot from what I'm reading. You know, a lot of my brothers out there, man, they, you know, y'all, I just think I understand we've been treated unfair in a lot of sports. You feel me? And I like the way Floyd Mayweather took control of his career and he, you know, freaked the game different and did it his way. I commend that, man, 100%. I'm a businessman myself. Most of y'all know I own a small business here. I commend that, man. But as a fight fan, in the way I grew up watching fights, you know what I mean? I just don't think Deontay Wilder's in position to tell Povetkin, you know, he's not going to fight him. And I want to see both of these guys go through the steroid to get tested. You know, people think that Povetkin looked at pretty juicy fruit in his last fight. Looked at kind of juicy fruit in that last fight when he knocked out Perez. Just his body structure, his build, his shoulders, just, you know, he was real muscular. People think Vlad's on steroids, you know, so I've heard some people say Deontay Wilder's on the juice. So I guess they can all get tested. But let's not make excuses as to why Povetkin doesn't deserve a shot. He's not media hype, man, if he's the number 1 contender. And this is what I was saying about the Pacquiao Mayweather, because people, I'm not bringing it into this. People, the other fans I communicate with bring Pacquiao Mayweather into it. My thing was this. I didn't think Pacquiao was this media hype dude. We just, pulled out the garbage can, dusted him off and said, hey, Floyd, fight this guy. I thought they should fight because they were 1 and number 2 in the welterweight division. That's why I thought they should fight. It wasn't about me or at least for me. I can't speak for everybody else, but it wasn't me sitting here like, man, I want him to fight Manny Pacquiao because the media said he should fight him. No, I'm just watching the welterweight division, watching it unfold. I'm like, damn, this boy Pacquiao, he done moved up and did his thing in his welterweight division. Man, I want to see him and Floyd fight, yo. Like, that's was my mindset. It wasn't, well, Dan Rafael said, I don't give a fuck what the media says. I actually was down with, and shout out to Carcino and Sean for Boxing Socialist. I was, I used to be on their website a lot, man. And I remember when they first started off, I wrote about 50 to 60 articles on their website when they first started off. They're doing a great job with their website. But first I was like, man, I want to get back into that. But then it was like, I really don't, man. I'd rather just be a fan from afar. Like, I don't want to interview fighters. I don't want to, and I'm not saying that they do it, but I don't want to brown nose and skip around questions and I can't say what I want to say. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to say what I want to say, man. And when I want to say it. And I'm not no disrespectful ass dude like that, especially when I come on YouTube, because I come here to talk boxing. Like, I can't, my homeboys don't watch boxing. Like, my wife watches it, but I can't come to her about this shit we talk about in the YTBC. You know what I'm saying? Just like somebody, left a comment on my page, or whenever I have something whenever I'm criticizing or I just have a different perspective on something, I'm trying to, look at it from a different angle. People always leave me this tired ass message. You mad, bruh? No, bruh, I'm not mad. I'm just asking a question, or I'm just looking at it from a different perspective. Why is it when it comes to your favorite fighter and somebody just looking at it from a different view or looking at it down the middle, you got to ask that person if they mad, when they're obviously showing you that they're not mad about anything. I'm not mad about nothing. Well, then I just left, I forgot her name. I forgot the commenter. Damn, I forgot her name, man. It's the one that goes around, put, 49-0 TBE, TMT. And that's cool. Her favorite fighter is Floyd Mayweather, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. The dude's an all-time great fighter, man. Like, I would be a fucking idiot to sit here and act like Floyd Mayweather's not an all-time great fighter. But at the same time, I don't look at his career the same way you do. Why can't we just agree on that? I don't think he's whack. I don't think he's garbage, but I don't view his career like you. And that's fine. So I made my last video about, not my last one, but one of my last videos about, whatever channel that was, Mayweather's official channel. They took down my comment. So I made a video about it. It's like, who else am I going to share this info with that they took down my comment? My wife, my kids? Like, I only get to talk boxing on YouTube. So I'm just sharing what happened with my channel. So how you going to, you mad, bro? There's nothing to be mad about. I'm just talking to people that, follow my channel, man. We just, chopping it up about it. There's nothing to be mad about. And if I was mad, like, you'll know if I'm mad, but I don't get mad on here like that. Like, I like coming on here, man. This is fun to me. But I'm all over now, man. I had a lot of stuff on my mind. But yeah, I guess Povetkin, to some fans, shouldn't get the shot because he's media hyped. And who the fuck is he and who has he beaten? And, I don't know, man. It comes down to race again. I'm just reading comments and it's just back to race. It's like, damn, the dude's the #1 contender, man. Like, gee, it's like, what other prerequisite do we need to get a title shot? Be #1 contender, solidify that you're the #1 contender, and then you get your shot, right? And it doesn't matter if it's Povetkin. If Povetkin loses to Marius Watch and then they bump Joshua up if he beats Dillian White, or if Dillian White and Povetkin both lose and then they bump up Bryant Jennings, well then whoever the #1 contender is. It doesn't matter if it's a white man, a black man, a Puerto Rican man. It doesn't matter. Just fight your #1 contender. Like, this shit's corny. Now, again, I'm not naive Steve. I'm not sitting here saying race doesn't, like I'm blind. Because I remember the first time, like I told y'all, started watching boxing in the late 80s. And I remember when I started watching the VHS tapes, and my father had to explain to me about what was going on during Holmes and Cooney, because I didn't get it. I'm like, what is there, I was a kid, I was like 8, 9 years old. I'm like, what? just watching it and hearing about race, I didn't know what the fuck they're even talking about. But as I got older, you know what I mean, and talking about with my dad and my uncles, and then just learning the history about, you know, how they were treating Jack Johnson and all those fighters back then. You know what I'm saying? Jack Johnson had the damn law made behind him of, you know what I mean, bringing a white woman across state lines. So I know it was thick back then. So in no way am I sitting here trying to act as if like I don't know that black champions never got shot at the title because they were black. I know that. But it's like we're in 2015, yo, like, not to sit here and say that everything's just peachy keen now, because it's not. But at the same time, it's like, as fans, we need to eliminate that shit. To where it's like, look, man, all that race shit is for a different discussion. Right here in this ring, and as fans, when these two warriors get in that ring and lock in, hey, man, it's about the best man. It's about the best man to me. I don't sit there and be like, you know, just, to me, the times are different. Now, back in, you know, when Joe Louis was fighting Schmeling, maybe I would have been listening to the radio with my family pulling for Joe Louis because he's black. I could see that. And I probably would. I would. I'm not going to sit here. I would. But the times are different. I just look at the sport now like, hey, man, may the best man win. You know what I mean? And I'm sure somebody's going to leave a comment, you know, calling me Uncle Tom. And I'll prepare for that, because whenever I make a video like this, I'm Uncle Tom. And then whenever I make a video that people that's going to disagree with this video like, then I'm the man and you have one of the top channels and all that shit. I just look at things down the middle, yo. Like, I grew up around blacks, around whites, around rich blacks, around trailer park whites, around hood niggas black. Like, I grew up, you know what I mean, then going to college and seeing different things, you know what I mean? I just been around a lot of people, a lot of different cultures, man. So to me, I look at things right down the middle. Then I played, you know, semi-pro hoops, college, you know, so white, black, green, just whoever deserves the shot should get the shot, man. So what do y'all think, man? And, you know, do you think that Povetkin should get the shot, or do you think he's overrated and he's a media hype? That sounds so ridiculous to me, though, but let me know your opinions. I'm out.